Alan Holder. College athletes should be paid for their performance through an education reimbursement fund to help cover the cost of their expenses not covered by athletic scholarships. Opponents say that athletic scholarships cover the majority of student athletes' expenses. The NCAA feels that the college scholarships are generous, and even though they might be providing less scholarship money than actual expenses, they feel that the student can seek other sources for this shortfall. They feel that the student's family, government grants, etc. can cover this. However, the bottom line is that players are misled into thinking that their labor will fully pay for their way through school, and they are definitely earning much less than their fair market value. Students think that colleges are barely making it, and they are excited to be accepted to majority of universities. These students do not realize that their actual living expenses will exceed their scholarship dollars. This additional expense creates problems for the students, athletes, and their families. In addition, the shortfall for the full cost of attending college, when costs such as clothing and emergency trips home are added in, at $952 to $6,127, depending on the college, is significant. That leaves students on full athletic scholarships living below the poverty line. In addition, student athletes should have all their expenses covered either through their college scholarship or other funding, because they are spending more time on their sport than they are on their schoolwork. Students are not able to perform well in school because of their lack of time to study, which usually requires them to stay in school longer to graduate. Huma and Starosky argue that the players should receive a portion of new revenues, like TV contracts, to be put in an educational lockbox. Players could tap those funds to help cover education costs if they exhaust their athletic eligibility before they graduate. Also, these funds could help towards the cost of medical bills in the event of a serious athletic injury. The lack of a requirement under NCAA rules for schools to pay for medical coverage or provide academic support for injured students. Athletes mean many lost their scholarships, but are also saddled with medical bills they cannot afford. In conclusion, it is obvious that a minimum student athletes should have an education fund to pull from for all expenses that are not covered by their scholarship. Students cannot be expected to pay for anything out of their pocket when they are spending so much time dedicated to their sport. Athletes should also be allowed additional time to finish their education if needed, and should not have any out-of-pocket costs for medical expenses. These students will help the college make money by being successful at their sport, and also will earn a degree to help them have a future career outside of sports. This is a win for both the college and the athlete.